Hi, I'm Steven.
And I'm Shelby.
And we're the Armchair Emperor. Here we go, showing you guys a great board game, game in a box from Games Workshop. It's called the Horus Heresy Betrayal at Calth. This has been around for a little while now. The newest thing is Prospero Burns, but we wanted to show you guys this one first, as we're painting the figures for Prospero Burns. This game's great because it comes with a wonderful amount of Games Workshop 30K minis. And as you guys know, if you're into Warhammer 30,000, Forge World was really the only game in town until very recently, and this is a great deal. The miniatures are beautiful. We had a blast painting them, and we've already used them in a couple of videos.
We have. We really love this board game. It's a lot of fun. It's great if, you just want to get some minis out and play, a short game, or you can play through all the different scenarios and the missions. So it's a lot of fun, and we're going to switch things up a little bit today. I'm going to be Traitor Legion. I'm going to play Traitor Legion. So.
You're the 17th?
Yes. I am Word Bearers.
And so. I will be the 13th Legion, Gilliman's Ultramarine, so we march from a crag. And we're going to read you guys some of the lore in the book as we go along. I hope you guys enjoy that. We've got our little candle going here, so as if we're, sort of reading in the depths of the Black Library or something. Also, this particular, lore that goes along with the Betrayal of Calth is really interesting. There's 3 or 4 books written just for this subsection of the Horus Heresy in the Horus Heresy series from the Black Library. I have 2 of them right here. No Fear by Dan Abnett, who's...
We love him.
We love him. He's great. He wrote Prospero Burns and some really great... Yes, First and Only, the Gaunt's Ghost series. So he's just wonderful. He really paints a picture with words. And this one is amazing because it's the first time you really hear the 2 Primarchs getting angry at each other. Gilliman curses his brother out in one of the scenes. He actually yells at Lorgar when he finds out that he's been betrayed. And he basically curses him out. It's the only time I've ever heard of that in one of these books. And it's a really sort of exciting, fast read. So that's No Fear. And then when the board game came out, they came out with 2 thinner Horus Heresy books, and this one's like I think 250 some odd pages, and it's just over 200 pages. It's called The Honored. There's one from the Ultramarines' point of view, which is this one, The Honored, and there's another title from the Word Bearers' point of view. So these are great reads. I would definitely suggest that you guys download them or go and pick them up from your local bookstore and check those out. So, without any further ado, we're going to get into the game here. The dynamic is really simple.
First we're going to roll off to see who can go first.
Right, and we start with 3 dice.
We start with 3 unless, not for the first mission, but unless you have a special character that gives you more dice to roll.
Yeah, I actually think just the sergeants give you 1 extra dice.
Yeah.
And the characters give you more.
Yeah.
So the dice are different. They have different symbols on them. They have a blank, which does nothing. They have a direct hit symbol, which means that you've hit your opponent with either your melee or your shooting weapon. They have a skull on the inside of
which is a critical hit.
That's a critical hit, which gives you an extra effect, depending on what your weapon does. And then there are shields, which are these sort of Celtic knot-looking squiggles. Yeah. And there's 2 of those on there. So it's an opposing dice game. So Shelby rolls a die.
It's very easy.
And I roll a die. Let's see. So she got a hit and I got a shield. So
if I was attacking, his shield would cancel out my hit.
Exactly. So depending on how many hits one side gets, and if the other side can cancel out those hits with shields, then the attack goes away. If there are more hits than there are shields, it does damage.
Right. And your hits, you know how many hits you have depending on either your weapon or for your assault if you are in combat for hand-to-hand. And you know how many shields you get to roll for, basically saves, depending on your armor value.
Exactly. So all those values are on convenient little note cards.
It's nice to have the cards, the easier dice.
It's fast. Yeah. It's really fast. We actually played this game on New Year's Eve together in front of the fireplace. It was so fun. So yeah, also if you're trying to get somebody into wargaming,
this is a good place to start.
It's a great place to start. I would pick up a copy of this game for sure. I think it's $150 US. I'm not sure.
It might have gone down since then.
It might have even gone down. Especially if you start to look around on places like Amazon.
It's less overwhelming. You know, you don't have to paint up a huge army.
Right.
You just have two squads to paint up.
Yeah, you each, the Word Bearers have 2 tactical squads, the Ultramarines have 1, and there's a Terminator squad,
yeah.
Dreadnought, and 2 characters.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, if you use this all as one force, you'd be really set to start playing Horus Heresy 40k rules.
Right.
And if you painted them up as 2, you and a friend could each start an army, basically. Yeah. And it's a great place to start. Let's do it.
So we're going to go ahead and start off with the intro to Betrayal at Calth.
So this is just going to give you a quick rundown of why we're on Calth, where it is. It's one of the 500 worlds of Ultramar, so it's part of the Ultramarine Empire. And they were going to do some tactical maneuvers together with their brothers in the 17th Legion, the Word Bearers, supposedly because there's a giant orc fleet about to invade Ultramar.
So they're practicing.
Right. They're doing some tactics together. But there's an old rivalry simmering under the surface, and the Word Bearers already know about chaos. They've started worshipping dark gods already. And there's been some eerie things going on, some unorthodox things. They've been hearing chanting, and strange sort of rituals have been happening. So, this is the introduction. The Horus Heresy has erupted within proud Ultramar. Total war rages across the once glorious world of Calth, bringing it to blazing ruin beneath the radioactive hell of a poisoned sun. The Ultramarines, having suffered a legion-shattering hammer blow from their treacherous word-bearer brothers, are forced to seek shelter in the subterranean arcologies that thread the planet's underworld. The Word-Bearers have likewise headed underground, determined to complete their heretical work by hunting down every one of their Ultramarine rivals, and slaying them with Bolter and Crozius. At their fore is Calth, a fervent demagogue, who burns with the fires of hatred and disillusionment. Against him stands Captain Athon, a veteran praetor whose tactical acumen is eclipsed only by his desire for bloody vengeance against all of those who killed his world. Under Athon's command, the Ultramarines rally and counterattack, waging a desperate war in the darkness against foes they once called brothers. So that's where we're at. And then we're going to read you guys the first mission. And of course, as all Games Workshop books do, great artwork.
Beautiful artwork.
Beautiful artwork. You know, you can't beat it, right? It's awesome. So we just flip through these books a lot just to look at them. I get all excited. I'm like, Shelby, look at this picture. So the first mission is the Wrath of Vidia. In addition to all the other things that are going on in this battle in the Horus Heresy, the sun itself is going to turn supernova, basically. Yeah. And there's gigantic solar flares washing over the surface of Calth.
That would basically just melt and kill everything.
Everything. Yeah. So if these guys want to keep fighting each other, they have to go underground.
I mean, this is what the board represents.
Exactly. The arcologies, the tunnels of Calth. So, this is the Scenario 1, Wrath of Vidia. The Vox broadcast from Captain Ventanis its desperate message to get underground, or die to the wrath of an angry sun, galvanizes all who hear it into action. The Ultramarines must penetrate the arcology's outer edges and make it inside, the automatic blast doors if they are to survive. Viridia's solar flares are catching those who linger, powerful enough to kill even a space marine in cataphracti plate. Yet the Ultramarines are not alone in seeking shelter.
Keep sprinting. Do not slow. Sergeant Claudius of the 13th Legion barreled through the arcology tunnels. His squad pounded along behind him. The corridor shook to the thunder of their armored feet. Blazing white light sent stark shadows ahead, even though the layered ceramite of his battle plate. Claudius could feel the heat of Vidia on the back of his legs. To tarry here was to die. Rock dust trickled from cracks in the vaulted ceiling, shaken loose by muffled explosions overhead. Captain Athon was somewhere nearby, but with the crackling solar flares robbing them of long-range Vox and the immediate danger right behind them, proper regroup was impossible.
They had but one option now. Get inside, seal the blast doors, and survive. The Ultramarines hammered down a wide-mouthed vestibule that emerged into a pillared chamber. Its priceless mosaics and friezes were already bleached by baleful energy. Triumphal sculptures and statues of ancient heroes lay shattered near their pedestals. Calth had been cast into ruin, inside and out. To the right, other space marines were lit in dark silhouette, their shadows casting dark spears towards the safety of the vault, doors across the hall. Claudius shouted over the low growl of the battle above, "This is Claudius of the 13th, identify!" But there was no reply. The sergeant ghosted past a pillar, his tactical drill effective at high speed. He got a clean visual. The other space marines were clad in dark red. Ooh. It was the 17th Legion, the Word-Bearers, the death of Calth made flesh. Bolter fire boomed, and an explosion of alabaster puffed a finger's breadth from Claudius's head. The sergeant ducked behind a statue, blind firing even as his men sent tight fusillades winging across the hall to suppress the Word-Bearers beyond. On the wall ahead, shadows merged and tumbled as the two legionaries fought to the death, each shouting his own oath of vengeance. "There's no time for this," bellowed a distant Word-Bearer sergeant to his men. "Onward!" "The traitor is right," snarled Claudius. Up ahead, the vault doors were already closing as their servitor systems reacted to the rising heat in the hall. "Make haste, brothers, speed is everything," shouted Claudius. The sergeant motioned his own squad to advance and plunged on through the tunnels without a backward glance. Claudius felt something detonate hard on his power pack, sending him sprawling across a shattered statue portraying Gilliman as a youth. A power-armored boot pressed him down as a Word-Bearer sergeant trampled over him, the traitor slamming his armored bulk sidelong through the last of the blast doors. Ahead, as it rumbled closed, Claudius saw the traitor sketch an ultramarine salute as the door thumped home and sealed airlock tight. "Damn you all!" shouted Claudius. A blast furnace roar consumed his words. He leapt for the door, scrabbling at it with all of his might, but it would not budge. A moment later, the sergeant melted away like a tallow candle before a blowtorch. Ooh, so that's where we're at right now, guys. And then right underneath the lore, it tells you how to set up for the scenario. Fortunately for you guys, we've already done that. So we've got our tactical squads. 3 regular space marines can fit in 1 hex, and you can put 1 heavy weapon
with 2 regular guys.
With 2 regular guys, exactly. So basically, we've got a system in this game of cards. The cards give you special abilities. At the beginning of the game, it tells you how many cards to draw.
Right.
There's your active card, which we each get 1. We'll read them out loud for you guys. Mine's called a frag grenade, and on the bottom it tells you what it does. It says, play when an Ultramarines unit makes a ranged attack against a target within 3 hexes. 1 model in the unit can use a frag grenade instead of his ranged weapon. This has no critical effect, but has a shoot value of 2 per model in the enemy unit. So that tells you what that does.
And I have Tainted Blade. Play when a Word-Bearer's unit, other than Sorg or Axe, makes a melee attack or before rolling attack dice. 1 model in the unit can use a Tainted Blade instead of a melee weapon.
That's pretty cool. So then we each have 6 cards in our hand.
That we draw
1 per turn.
Each turn.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So the forces, we each get a tactical squad, which a full tactical squad is 10 models, and under strength squad is 5 models. The setup and initiative, we've just done that. We're going to roll for initiative soon. And then there's a special rule called the blast doors. Here, here, and here are the blast doors. This is the blast door primus, that's the first blast door. This is blast door secundus, the second blast door. And this is blast door tertius, which is the third blast door.
Yeah.
In the middle. So it's 1, 2, and 3. So they start to close on the 3rd battle round.
Where 1 closes.
Where 1 closes, and then they start to close one after another after that. Yeah. So basically,
you have to get into the doors before they close.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you don't make it underground to
fight.
Avoid the solar flares.
To avoid the solar flares, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to roll off for initiative here for you guys, and we're going to get started. Alright guys, we're going to start off with the initiative phase. We each would normally roll 3 dice apiece. But for this one, we're rolling 4 because we get +1 for each veteran sergeant we have.
We each have 1.
And we each have 1, so we're going to roll off. Most hits gets to go first.
I got 3.
And I got none, so it looks like you're going first. So
okay, cool.
We're going to each draw a card from our 6-card hand and add it to our 1 card we already have. And then we're going to place activation markers on all of our hexes, so there'll be 4 for each of us, 1 for each square. Alright, so that basically means you get to pick the first unit to activate, and then it goes back and forth after that.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put...
You're going to redeploy a little bit before we start?
Yeah, because I don't want that one guy to be by himself.
That's a good idea.
So I'm going to put the one lone guy with the
I'm going to do that too, actually. That's a good idea. Alright, so that was our first redo of the game.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to spend my first activation running these guys 2 hexes.
Good. And I'm going to do the same thing with this unit. So this is 1 hex, and this is 1 hex right here. So as you go down, you can go on edge to edge directly, or you can go on edge to edge sideways. Diagonally, and that counts as a hex. So you don't just have to move into a hex that's directly on a parallel with you. You can go diagonally as well. So now I'm down to 1 tactical point for that unit.
Okay, and then I'm going to run these guys. 1,
2. Very good. And I'm going to move these guys 1 and 2. So we're getting a little closer here. You guys might see some shooting pretty soon.
Yeah, okay. So I'll spend
1
tactical point, and I'm going to shoot with these guys. They just have regular bolters.
So that's 2 shots apiece. And you're going to roll to see how many hits you get.
Exactly.
That's going to be 3 hits. We'll count that one.
Alright,
2 hits and a critical. For a bolter, a critical hit means that I'm pinned.
Okay.
So, let me see. I get 2 dice to try and cancel out some hits. I'm going to try and cancel out the critical hit first.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll my dice against that. I don't cancel it out. I haven't rolled any shields, so all 3 go through.
Okay.
The way you allocate wounds is you have a stamina value, which in my case is 2. So, 2 of these hits will go to killing a guy, and the critical hit will go to pinning my unit. But do you get to choose?
No, I don't get to choose.
You don't get to choose. So I'll pick my regular.
I think you have to have a special weapon to choose.
Okay, so we'll take a look at those rules again, but for now we're gonna play it that way.
Yeah.
So Shelby has taken down 1 guy. Ooh, all right, and we're gonna continue forward here. My guys are going to make a shooting attack back, so I'm gonna take this activation marker away right now. I have a missile launcher in there, which is 5 shoots. So I'm going to get 5 dice for that, and I'm going to get I'm going to roll them separately because they have a different critical effect. So the critical effect is you add 1 dice to the attack roll for each model in the target unit. So if I roll a critical, I get 2 extra attack dice.
Got it.
Because it's a blast weapon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shoot at this 2-man unit. I got 2 criticals.
So you get 4.
I'm just going to play it that I would roll the critical once. So
I see.
I'm going to get the 2 extra dice, and I have 2 regular hits, so the criticals also count as regular hits.
Right, so you get 4 altogether.
So I've got 4 hits altogether, so now you're going to want to roll...
I can roll 4 because I have 2 guys,
You can roll 4 because you have 2 guys, right.
Okay, I make 1. So they... 1 dies.
1 dies, exactly.
Yeah, 1
so
dies.
that 1 hit's not enough to kill a guy, and the wounds don't add up in this game. So these would take a guy out, and the other one with his shield would have been saved.
And you're pinning me.
And that unit is pinned.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe not, no, because I killed that guy with the rocket fire, not the bolter. So they are not
that's
pinned.
not pinning. Okay.
That's not pinned.
But you still have to hit with your bolter.
Oh, that's true. I still get 2 shots with the bolter, and one of those went through. Let's see, I got 1 more hit, and you rolled all your defense dice?
I rolled all my defenses,
You
so
rolled
he's
all 4
also
of them.
dead.
So he's also dead. Okay. So you rolled them all together to get rid of that. So, alright, that was my shooting action, and it was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So, alright, you go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna run like that.
Okay. I'm also going to make a run move with this unit, try and get towards the blast door. So these guys are out of activation points. And from the rule book, it's pretty short. What we've read is that you can do 2 actions in a row. We didn't read anything otherwise. If you guys have played this board game and you know how to play that a bit differently, let us know.
And it also doesn't say anything about running and shooting.
Yeah.
So we're playing that you can run and shoot.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't say you can't, right?
Yeah.
All right, back to your activation.
Do you have any? You don't have any activation left on that?
No, they're sitting ducks.
Okay, they're gonna sit there then. So I should run these guys.
Sure.
1, 2.
Gonna go ahead and get those guys close to the blast door.
Yeah.
These guys are gonna perform a run action, landing them right here, leaving them with 1 tactical point. Go ahead.
Alright. Now I'm gonna shoot with these guys. I have a heavy bolter and a regular bolter.
So you can roll those all together.
Okay.
It's just extra dice for the heavy bolter.
The heavy bolter is
6.
6, okay.
I believe.
So I'm gonna steal some of your dice. So I get 8 altogether.
You get 8 altogether. The critical hits are the exact same as a bolter. It's pinning.
Okay.
So you got 3.
I got 3 hits.
No
Wow.
criticals. I'm going to roll all my defense dice together for this one. And I'm going to block one of them so you have enough to kill a guy.
One guy, yeah.
And no criticals. So I'm going to take my standard bearer,
Got it.
leaving the rocket launcher. Alright, that was pretty crucial though. That squad's getting whittled down.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my second activation point on this squad to move right up behind their buddies here, get closer to that door. The name of the game in this mission...
Can you land on that hex?
Yes, I can in this mission.
Okay, in that mission. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Normally that would be in another mission. It's blocked, right?
I don't think that's blocked, no.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and run these guys. 1, 2.
So they're going to move up there. Alright. We're going to go ahead and go 1, 2 with this unit. I have 1 activation point left for this unit.
And I don't have any.
So I'm going to finish up my move, ending them here. Alright, so that's battle round 1. You guys have seen first turn. We're going to roll again for initiative. Since we both have our sergeants still alive, we're
we
going to roll
each get
4.
4.
I rolled
2.
3.
You rolled 3. Okay.
So I'm going to start out by drawing another card. We each draw another card, as a matter of fact. Alright, so I've got some cool stuff here. Next, I am going to put down our activation checks. Both sides do this. Alright, sounds good. My next move is going to be to get these guys closer to this blast door. Name of the game is getting models out. So, your turn.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and do the same. 1, 2.
Cool. And I'm going to go ahead and move these guys up. 1, 2.
Alright. I think because you're right there, I can't run into this adjacent square.
No, you cannot run into the adjacent square,
that-
where you can walk into hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do
I
that.
can assault.
You can assault. That's correct.
Right.
Or you can stand and shoot.
Right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
You're going to stand and shoot. Alright, we've got a heavy bolter and a bolter giving you 8 dice. How many you got there?
5.
Alright, here's another 3. Not
3
3.
hits.
No criticals.
No criticals.
I'm going to see if I can cancel some of those out, and I don't, so that's enough to finish off this last guy with the rocket. And he was one of my big plans there. I should have shot him first. I was going to try and take those guys out with him. Alright, so we are just going to ignore you, alright? You guys don't want to hang out with us? We don't want to hang out with you. We're moving over here. How do you like them apples?
No fun! No fun. Okay, these guys are going to also run.
Okay. This unit's actually going to run and hold this blast door.
Well, screw you too.
So it takes 1 activation, I believe, to open a blast door.
Yeah.
I'm just going to double check that, but I think that's how it works. So you go ahead and activate the unit while I check that.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my special cards. It's
Okay.
called Frenzied Charge.
What does that do?
So play when activating a Word Bearer's unit that is not adjacent to an Ultramarines unit.
Okay.
The unit moves into an adjacent unoccupied hex, then makes an assault action. Each model in that unit adds 1 to its assault value for the duration of the action.
Looks like you're going for these 2 guys right here, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. So you move into an adjacent unoccupied hex.
Right.
I'm assuming you're using this unit.
Yeah.
And then you make an immediate assault action by moving forward
Right.
and fighting in
Like
combat.
that.
Alright.
Okay, here we go.
So assault, you use the assault value on your card.
Okay.
And since you don't have any special weapons, it's your straight up assault value.
Right.
Which should be 2.
2, yeah. So I get 6.
Alright, this is your first hand-to-hand combat. And you're going to get 4 hits, including a critical. And I'm going to roll 4 dice for my defense. And we're going to stop 2 of them, but 2 of those are going to go through, which is enough to kill a guy. Now, there's something called a retreat move.
Yes.
So if there's an empty square available, I have to move away from you 1 square into that.
You don't get to attack back? Oh, because you don't have any you don't have any points.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm out of tactical points,
right. So you can't attack.
I couldn't swing back.
Right.
Exactly. And here we go. So I am going to move this unit up to this door and through it, as a matter of fact, because it doesn't say anything in there about having to use a tactical point to open up a door. So if you can just move through, I'm using a run move to get in, and then once you're in this hex on the other side,
you're in.
You're in. So these 3 models have reached their objective. They've gone through.
We just want to keep track of how many, right?
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to keep those here and the dead guys here. Alright, so it's your activation.
I'm going to run these guys like this.
Very good.
Oh, and I have to get rid of this card.
Alright, and then my guys are going to make a run move as well, ending up here. So, that's that.
I have 1 more, and I'm going to run also.
Very good. That's that. So let's roll off for initiative again.
Alright, this is turn 3.
This is turn 3, so at the end of this turn,
we
the
have
first
to close
blast
the first
door will
door.
close.
Yeah.
So you got to get through it before the end of this turn.
Do you still have your sergeant?
I don't. I'm down to 3.
Okay, I have 4.
Alright, let's roll off. I got 1 hit.
I got 3.
Alright, you're going first. Let's put our tactical marker checks. In this I get 2. And we each draw a card. So that Furious Charge was pretty good.
That was cool, right?
That was
They just appear and I'm like, hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm gonna just go ahead and move through this door.
And they're off. So you've got 3 points for getting 3 guys through. I've got 3 points for getting 3 guys through.
Okay.
So my next move is going to be to use one of my special cards. It's a ranged attack called a Frag Grenade. So basically the Fragmentation Grenade I use instead of a ranged weapon has no critical effects at all. But it has a shoot value of 2 per model in the enemy unit. So I'm going to shoot it at these guys getting 6 shots. Because it's a fragmentation, what would be a template weapon, I suppose, in 40k. So I'm going to get 5 hits, and you're going to get 6 dice to defend.
Can I have 1 more?
Sure. So cancel 1, so 2 guys are going to die of your choice.
Dang.
So that was pretty good. Now once you use a card, you discard it. Very good. Alright, so that's his activation, down to 1. So what's your next move there?
I feel like I kind of have to kill him.
He's insulted you.
Within 3 hexes. Okay, great.
Very good.
Well, fine. I'm going to use a rag grenade.
What? What's that?
Okay, so 1 model in the unit within 3 hexes can use this instead of a ranged weapon. This cannot score hits, but has the following effect instead. Roll 3 dice. For each critical hit rolled, the Ultramarines player must remove 1 model from the target unit as a casualty.
So if you roll just 1 critical hit, I can't do anything about it. He gets removed.
Right.
Got it.
You don't get any saves.
Alright, so go ahead and turn that card upside down and use it.
Alright, and it's 3 dice.
Per model?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I only have 1. So
yeah.
It's just 3 dice. 1 critical hit, you got it! Oh, he's dead. He's like, fine. Here you go, buddy.
Take that, Kay.
So, now we're going to move onwards and upwards. These guys are going to go ahead through. So, I've got 6 guys through, and you can use the rest of your activation points to continue trying getting through those doors.
1, 2.
Good. He's through.
And they're going to do a double run with their 2.
So they're going...
Because there's nobody else.
They're going at 4 space.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, so now it's the end of the turn. This door is now shut.
Shut.
So they are going to have to get through either this door or this door. Now, assuming you continue to make double runs, we're going to assume those guys have gone through.
Right.
So you have gotten...
3, 4, 5,
6. And I've also gotten 6 guys through, so this has been a tie.
A tie.
Good game. So that's mission number 1. Alright guys, this is scenario 2, Flood the Vaults, and here is the backstory. Calth's ring of orbital defenses has been poisoned, and its planetside fortifications are cast down. Even the arcologies beneath the world's surface are under attack. Yet Captain Athon knows them well, for he called their confines home as a youth. Should he reach a command nexus, he can use his knowledge of the underground realm to win a critical advantage, opening a subterranean vault and freezing hundreds of word bearers with a flood of hypercoolant. Oof. Sounds like that would ruin somebody's day.
Yeah.
Athon's chainblade juddered as he hefted it through a word bearer's guts, having his foe in a welter of gore. Yeah, they really do the gory battle scenes, right?
Oh, yeah.
No more than you deserve, roared Athon, spitting out a tooth as he kicked his victim's flailing torso across the floor. We have visual on the command nexus, said Victurus, one of the Terminator battle brothers still on Athon's side. Rendrus and his cataphracti must be close. It's Curtha said I want, said Captain Athon, his fury barely held in check. Rendrus missed his chance. With respect, Captain, said Victurus, we need all the brothers we can get. The vault ahead thrummed with mechanical life, its generator hubs purring low. At its heart was a towering cylindrical edifice. It was lit from within by the flashing red data slabs of a cogitator bank. A hololith projection of Robot Gilliman stared into nothingness, the Primarch's presence and charisma palpable even in replica. If this broadcast has been triggered, said the shimmering Primarch, a solar event of great magnitude has occurred. Your orders are to yield compromised zones and consolidate intact arcologies. Captain Athon was already powering across the plates towards the command nexus, his fellows doing their best to keep up. In the reaches beyond, flashes of crimson came through the gloom. Bolter shells boomed upon Athon's Terminator armor, knocking him off balance for a moment. His blood ran cold. Failure here was not an option. A squad of Ultramarines cataphracti stomped from the shadows. Athon, this is Rendrus. The sergeant aimed his gun at a distant word-bearer. Our initial teleport strayed. Theoretical. Is it true? Are all of the 17th Legion corrupt? As if in response, a word-bearer shouted from across the hall. Cease fire! We three are still loyal to the Emperor. Hesitantly, Rendrus lowered the muzzle of his combi bolter. Athon watched in horror as a bolt of plasma, traitors, flashed from the shadows, burning the Terminator next to Rendrus to molten ruin. A salvo of bolter fire followed it as a squad of word-bearers fanned out to surround the comms nexus.
Cover me, Victurus, shouted Athon. He barged right through the hololith projection of his Primarch and slid clumsily to the cogitator bank of the command nexus, his fingers clawing at its red display. There's an old hypercoolant reservoir nearby. All cataphracti, hearken close. Once I flood the vaults, make for the teleportarium. Lethal crossfires blasted across the vault as Athon's fingers punched override commands into the cogitator bank. Nearby, Squad Rendrus, heavy flamer, turned a trio of word-bearers into pillars of flame, the bow wave of heat forcing Athon to turn away. Forgive me, my Primarch, Athon said through gritted teeth, but compromise doesn't even come close.
So here we are, guys. This setup is a little bit different. We've got Shelby's word bearers on my side of the board over here. She's got a full tactical squad, including a missile launcher, a heavy bolter, a plasma pistol. She has a Vexilla, which is the banner. That lets her re-roll any dice she wants in close combat. And we're each going to roll 4 dice for initiative, as per usual. So on the first 2 turns, these Terminators here are inactive. So basically, unless Shelby shoots at them, they can't do anything. That's to represent the fact that they're not quite sure if the word bearers have all turned traitor, or if just some of them have.
Right.
So these guys are kind of dumbstruck, because Astartes fighting Astartes was just really wild. That's not something they normally thought about.
Right.
But Captain Athon has already been through quite a bit of the battle on the surface, and he's made it underground.
Yeah.
So he knows what's up, and so do his guys. So these guys are allowed to activate like normal for the first 2
So you
turns.
get 3 and then +1 for Athon? Or does he get 2?
He doesn't add anything to my, he doesn't add anything.
So do you get 4 or 3?
I get 4.
Okay, got it.
Because I have a sergeant.
He's a sergeant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got it. I got 1.
2. Alright, so I'm going to activate first. So we're going to each draw a card out of our deck. Since we started with 2, we'll actually have 3 to start off with. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the word bearers automatically get Would You Fire Upon Your Brothers.
What's that do?
Play when an Ultramarines unit makes a ranged attack before attack dice are rolled. Have the number of attack dice rolled rounding down.
Alright, so that's, again, to show that our guys aren't entirely sure whether to shoot at their Astartes yet. So that's pretty cool. That's going to totally nerf one of my shooting attacks. So we'll see what happens here. It's a good thing I've got some decent shooting. Alright, so I'm going to activate a unit. And let me give you some tactical activation markers as well. So I'm going to go ahead and activate a Terminator. And he's going to make a regular run move. So you go ahead and activate one of your units.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and activate these guys. They're going to run this way.
So this hex here is the Cogitator bank access pad.
Yeah.
So right where my finger's pointing to, that's the pad that we're trying to get to so that we can flood the vaults with coolant.
Yeah,
exactly. So there's a bunch of coolant in these drums. And if we get to that code, it's just going to flood this whole area.
Yeah.
And just basically wipe out any word bearers down here. So that's the idea. It's a dangerous maneuver to do, but that's how it works. So let's go with another run move for him.
Okay, I'm gonna get these guys out.
Cute.
You can be adjacent to your own guys.
Oh, absolutely.
When you run,
yeah, you just can't be adjacent to an enemy unit.
Yeah. Without an assault.
Without an assault going down, exactly. Yeah. So we're going to use a run move. Looks like they're coming up here. We're going to use a run move. And just another thing, guys, these boards are really cool. They're on nice heavy cardstock. The printing is really beautiful. It just makes nice sort of terrain. Even if you wanted to add a couple of three-dimensional terrain pieces to this, you can do sort of like either a Zone Mortalis game or a city fight skirmish game. You could certainly use some of these boards for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use my last activation for this guy for a run. And that's that for him. Shelby's deep in thought. That's why she wins more games than I do, though, guys, because she actually thinks about what she's going to do. I just kind of run around like a chicken with my head cut off.
I am going to make an assault.
Charge! Alright. So, let's go. So you're going to attack my Terminator.
4, right?
With 4?
They each get 2, because I have assault 2.
Yeah.
Right.
And, yeah, that's it.
Okay. 3.
3, and my defense is, let's see.
3.
Oh, my armor's 5.
Your armor's 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
So let's see what I can do. It's Terminator armor. Yeah, I canceled
you got
those.
enough?
I canceled that out.
No, you didn't. Those are all hits. Don't you want
shields. You're right. You're right. I got no shields.
No shields.
Darn. All right. So.
But I still can't kill him, right?
Let's see what my stamina is here. No, my stamina is 3. You do kill him.
So I kill him.
You actually killed the Terminator with 2 tactical Marines. Wow, that was crazy. 1 Terminator down just like that. So. You know, the rules are really simple, guys, but, you know, it just takes a little while to get used to them. You know, the whole opposing dice thing and how to allocate wounds, you know, it's totally...
It's a little different.
It's a little different from what you're used to. So, all right, that was your...
You get to activate now.
Yeah, I get to activate. And I am going ahead and going to do that. Alright, so this guy's going to just go up and make a single move.
Got it. Captain Athon?
Captain Athon.
Okay, these guys are going to go 1, 2.
Good.
No more for them. You don't have any more tactical points.
No, so you can just finish off the rest of what you got going on.
1, 2.
And then another 2.
And...
those guys are going to be activated soon-ish.
Yeah, so I'll just move 1.
Yeah. Alright, so let's roll off again. 4 to 4. Whoops, see who gets initiative. I've got 2. Alright, reroll.
I don't know who's supposed to
that was yours. So I got 3, and you got 2.
I got 2. Okay.
So I'm going to activate first here. So we're going to go ahead.
Do you draw another card?
Yeah, we're each going to draw another card. That's first things first. Good thinking there. See, we've got to keep Shelby around because she keeps me on my toes. I try and cheat a lot.
Yeah, he cheats a lot. But he doesn't even know he's cheating.
I don't, so it's kind of alright. Alright, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to get up over here, and we're going to use a shooting attack because you can move and shoot.
Yep.
It's part of the Terminators.
Yeah.
It's the Relentless special rule. So I am going to use my Heavy Flamer. So the Heavy Flamer, after attack, make another shoot attack against the unit adjacent to the target unit. Only weapons with this critical effect are counted. Okay. So it's getting crazy here. So he's going to shoot them, and then if I roll criticals, I can
hit
shoot
my
at
other
them.
unit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start out with 6, and we'll see if we get any criticals. I got 1 critical, 1 regular.
Okay.
So resolve that for this unit first. So you're going to get
so
4.
I get 4.
Yeah, defense dice. And
I save
you
it.
cancel it out. Now I'm going to immediately make another attack against this unit here.
Okay.
So I get 3 and 6. And I'm going to get a critical and a regular, but the critical won't go back.
Anything,
so yeah, so
I get 6.
Since it's only enough to get 1 guy, I think you have to roll the defense
2.
for 1 guy.
Okay.
Exactly. And 1 guy's gone.
Dead.
So
Okay. And your turn.
Alright, so he's going to move up this way. He's going to perform an assault. So he's going to move adjacent, and we're going to swing. So these guys have performed an action yet or no?
No.
So they're going to get to swing
Not this
back.
turn,
Yeah,
yeah.
so they're going to get to swing back.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got a attack pool of 3 normally, and then I have a Power Fist, so let's see what that does. A Power Fist. The first target model counts its armor value as 0 when making its defense roll. So I'm going to pick a target model. It's going to be this guy on the left.
Okay.
And he's going to be able to not roll any defense dice.
Okay.
So I'm just going to try and squish him, basically, and I'm not going to worry about the other guy.
Okay.
So let's see. Let's get 2, let's get 2, let's get 2! Yes! We got it! So the Power Fist just goes...
I don't get to roll for anything?
No, he's just dead. Yeah, he just dies, because he counts his armor as 0.
That sucks.
Alright, well, you do get to swing back with your regular guy.
Cool.
So, that's cool.
I got 1.
You got 1. Yeah, I'm going to roll my 5 defense dice and see if I can get rid of that, and I do. So, that's that. Normally, he would have to retreat 1 hex. So, he's going to retreat 1 hex, and he's going to be joining this unit now.
Oh, I got it.
So, he ran his 1 hex. If that was an enemy unit or a blocked hex, he would have been run down.
Ah.
Yeah, or he would have had to make a last stand attack, then be run down.
Right.
So, now he's part of that unit, and he can be activated as normal, though.
Got it.
So
do they have line of sight from here?
They do.
Okay.
They do. You can go
They're
along straight.
They're gonna shoot.
Alright.
Shooting. So they all have bolters,
Yeah,
so I get 6.
Yeah. Critical hits are pinning. So he's pinned.
4 hits.
And I got 5 dice to try and stop it with. Let's see. I only got 1. So
3 go through.
3 go
so
through.
He's dead?
I think so. As a matter of fact, he's got a stamina of 3. Yeah, shooting got him. So that's pretty bad. That really sucked, man. Alright. So they're down a tactical point.
Thank you.
Excuse me, guys. And I'm going to go ahead and make a run move to here.
I'm going to run these guys.
You and your brain thinkings. I don't know what to do.
1, 2.
Alrighty then. And then he's going to use his last move to make a second run move to here. Alright, so activate the rest of your units. Very good.
Do I want to do that? No, I'm going to go here.
Alright. You still have one last unit to activate with 1 point.
Oh. They're going to stay. I'm just going to burn.
You're just going to burn that last tactical point. You like where you are? Alright, cool. Yeah. So, we are going to roll off again, 4 to 4. You still have your sergeant. As do I.
I got 2.
2. So, reroll. Reroll.
2.
2. Alright, we march from a crag.
2.
Nothing. Oh, battle cry didn't work.
For you.
No, it didn't.
Lorgar got you.
Yeah, Lorgar got me, man. I don't know what to do. Alright, so you're each going to draw another card.
Yep.
And I got to start using some of these cards.
I know, I just...
So
some of the cards are hard to use.
Yeah. So I'm going to put my activation points not just on him, but on these 3 gentlemen over here as well.
I'm going to go ahead and shoot my...
Missile launcher?
Missile launcher. How many does that have?
That has 6.
Or 4?
It has 6. And it has a critical effect as well. So, it has 5, I'm sorry. It shoots 5. Add 1 dice to the attack roll for each model in the target unit. So you would get +1 dice if you roll a critical hit.
If I roll a critical,
right,
okay,
so
gotcha.
for now, you have to roll, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to roll that separately for my bolter against Aethon.
Perfect. Critical hit, go ahead and roll 1 more dice.
Okay.
Hit. Okay, so let's put those aside.
Okay.
And then roll your bolter. You have 1 guy with a bolter, 2 shots.
Yeah, he gets 2.
Nothing. Okay. So, defense here. So I have armor of 6.
Nice.
And we're going to stop all of those attacks.
Nice.
4 shields. Captain Aethon's like, ping, 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 ping.
He just absorbs?
He does. He just absorbs shooting like crazy. That's ridiculous. Alright, let me make a move with somebody somewhere. I am going to use, let's see... No, I'm actually going to move one of these Terminators here first. So he's going to go 1, 2, and try and lock these guys into combat.
Okay, you have to assault.
Matter of fact, I'm assaulting.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have a power sword, which gives me +1 dice, and the first target model halves its armor value when making its defense roll. So he normally has a assault of 3.
Okay.
He's going to get 4 for the power sword, and we're going to go ahead and roll. Our first in hand-to-hand combat, I get to pick which guy I want to fight, and I'm going to fight the heavy bolter.
Got it.
Try and get rid of him. So I got 2.
Okay.
So my critical is going to take your armor value down to half.
So I get 1.
You get 1 dice to try and defend it. You need 1 shield to stop it.
Nope.
So no, he's dead. And that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
So do you want to use one of your tactical points to swing back, or do you want to just move
Keep fighting.
Okay.
So I'm going to use a Tainted Blade, though. I'm going to try that.
What's that do?
1 model in the unit can use a Tainted Blade instead of melee weapon. Critical effect. Choose a model in the target unit. That model is removed as a casualty. So I guess it allows you to choose. So it is good.
Yes, so it is good.
So it is good, okay.
So if you roll, and I wouldn't get a defense roll either, it looks like.
Right. Okay.
So go ahead and try it.
Okay. And I rolled that separately, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so he's going to be using the Tainted Blade.
Yeah, and I get 1 or 2?
You would use your normal amount of attacks.
Okay, so 2.
2.
Nope.
No. So 1 hit still counts, though.
Yeah.
So roll your 2 attacks for your other Marine.
Okay.
And
3.
that's 3 total, and there's no critical effect for
No.
close combat weapon. My defense being 5, I believe. Armor 5. So let's try and stop some of these guys, huh? No, I don't. So he's just dead.
Wow, that sucks.
Terrible rolling for the Ultramarines.
That sucks.
It's horrible.
Sorry, dude.
Alright, so that's that. I guess that takes away 1 tactical point from you. For them, I did that.
Yep.
No, they had 2.
Oh, I got you.
Already done. No whoa for you.
No whoa.
Alright, so Captain Athon is going to make a move and shoot. And he's going to fire his Morcorpius, which can either be used as a plasma or a combi bolter. So I'm going to use the plasma gun. I think it's a melta gun. I'm sorry, it's a melta gun. Right. And you count your armor value as 0 if you're within 3 hexes, which you are.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. So it's 3 shots. And you count it as 0. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to use. Alright, I'm also going to use Not One Step Back. That's where I can treat blanks as shields on him.
Okay.
While he's in that hex. So I'm going to... So I place the standard bearer marker.
Okay.
So the marker goes down here.
Yeah.
And this goes on the side.
Got it.
Stays in play. And I'm going to make a shooting attack at this.
Okay, I'm going to play a card.
Go ahead.
Would you fire upon your brothers, so you have to have the amount of attacks. So, rounding down.
So just 1 then.
1.
Alright, so, yeah, I guess I can't kill him then.
Oh.
Yeah. So that attack goes off, but it's wasted. So
okay, got it.
You activate a unit. But I made you burn the card, though.
It's true. Okay, I'm going to use my...
Missile launcher?
Missile launcher. That gets 5. And then if I roll any criticals, I get an extra.
Right.
Okay, I got 2 criticals,
so
but I still just get 1. Yeah.
1 extra.
Good. Okay, so I got 3.
And then roll your bolter up. With 1 more.
1 more.
Okay, so I have a defense of 6. Armor of 6, rather. Let's see if I have anything that can help me here. Nope, but we're just going to go ahead and roll his regular defense. So I'm treating blanks as defense right now because I throw the banner down.
Thing, yeah.
I stop 4. So that's that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
As long as
that was a good card to play.
It was a good card to play. I knew there's some shooting coming.
Yeah.
And that continues to stay in effect as long as he stays in that hex.
He stays in that hex.
And if he moves out of it, he can move back into it as well. It stays on the board until one of your units goes and takes the banner down.
I see.
So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
If a word bearer's unit enters the standard marker's hex, the marker is removed immediately, and the card's discarded. But for now, it stays in effect.
Yeah.
So that was you, right? You shot.
Mm-hmm.
So we took 1 down from them, so that's fine. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to do a move to here. Let me see if I can get a shooting attack. No, I don't think so. So I'm going to move 2 to here, and he's down to 1. All right, go ahead. Use a marker. Gonna make a shooting attack here?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. We'll shoot. We'll play.
Alright, let's do it. So you have Plasma Pistol. Plasma Pistol you gotta roll separately. It's 3 dice.
And if I roll...
a critical, you add 4 dice. If 2 of those are critical hits, then you're removed as a count. Exactly. Okay. But if not, then they just count as extra hits.
Okay, so I got 1 hit, 1 critical.
Alright, so leave these to the side. They're both technically hits.
Okay.
Now you take 4 dice.
Okay.
And roll them. You don't want 2 criticals.
Okay.
Good. So these all just count as hits now.
Oh, they do?
The critical counts as a hit. The critical counts as a hit. So it can be very, very good or very, very bad.
Yeah.
So you have a regular bolter. Go ahead and roll 2 dice. See if you get any more. 1. Okay, so I'm going to... Let's see. My defense is... my defense on him is 5. If I rolled all 5, I could live. Let me see. So let me see what happens here. So I cancel out 2. He's still dead. So he is removed as a casualty. I'm gonna play Swift Vengeance. Play immediately after an action in which the last model in an Ultramarines unit is removed as a casualty.
Okay.
Immediately select another Ultramarines unit. That unit can immediately make an action without being activated.
Ooh.
So I'm going to choose to make a shoot action without burning another point.
Got it.
So he's going to make a Melta shot action against his original target of this squad, but you can put it on him.
Okay.
So he's going to get 3 dice.
Okay.
For the Melta. Let me see. So my critical effect is if you're within 3 hexes, which you are, you count your defense as 0. So let's see how many hits I get. I get 2. So 1 guy automatically dies. I'm assuming you want to take him out?
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes. And now it's still my activation.
Okay.
Because I played that after you killed my guy. So he's going to use his, let's see, he's going to use his second activation to move ahead into combat. And this is going to stay here. So he loses that bonus, but he's in combat.
Right, but now he's in combat.
Right. So let me see what we've got to do for combat here. I've got more Corpius. I've got Relentless Advance. I can do the free shoot action thing. Let's see. Wrath and Outrage. When Aethon makes an assault action, he adds 2 to his assault value. So that's good. And he's got a Chain Fist.
Nice.
So let's see what the Chain Fist does. So the Chain Fist is +1, so I get 2 for charging, +1 to his assault. His normal assault is 3, so I'm rolling 6 dice right now. And my critical effect is the first target model counts his stamina as 1 when allocating hits. So one guy's going to go down if he gets 1 wound.
Okay.
So stamina is your wounds, basically.
Yeah.
So the first model I attack and I get to choose, and it's going to be him.
Okay.
Is going to count his stamina or his wounds as 1.
Okay.
All right. So anything else I want to use in here? Nope. That's it. We're rolling off. I'm going to get the critical hit, which is good. So he counts his stamina as 1. So go ahead and roll 2 dice on him.
Okay.
To see if you can save it.
But don't I get to only roll 2?
You get to roll 2.
Oh, okay.
Roll 2 dice.
Got it. I'm going to play one of my cards.
Okay.
Play immediately after making a defense roll for a Word Bearer's unit. So I do it after I make a...
After you make a defense roll.
So I can roll that, and then if I fail, it says add 6 dice to the defense roll. So I get to roll again if I fail it.
Yes, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah. So you do fail it.
I do fail.
So you would need 2 shots.
I
got
don't.
1. Okay, so since
it still goes through.
It still goes through. His stamina's 1, so he's dead.
Okay.
And he's left there. So now he's going to have to make a retreat action because he can.
This one?
Yeah, so he can't move here because he's still going to be in base contact.
So he goes like this, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm going to do shooting first.
Okay.
With these guys. They're just 3 bolters, so I get 6.
Yeah. Okay. Keep it moving.
Alright, 3.
Okay. So my defense is
6, right?
6, right? My armor is 6, yeah. I get 3.
Nice.
So that's fine. Yeah, so he's still good. And
you're doing good this one.
I am doing all right. We still have to do my thing here. I have to use a activation next turn. He needs to live to next turn. So he can go here and here, and
then attack.
No, that's just a regular.
But can't he not land adjacent to me without attacking?
I have to attack. Okay, yeah. So we're in combat.
Okay.
We're in combat.
Not that I want you to.
No, but I think it's the rule. You're right. So I have a pair of lightning claws. So I have lightning claw. 2 lightning claws is +3. So his normal is 3. I get +3, and then re-roll up to 4 dice in the attack roll. So let's roll this up. So 4 of them I don't like. I'm gonna roll 3, and I'm gonna get this many. So even if you saved 2, you'd still be down.
Okay, so I just die.
He's dead, yeah. Unless you have a card or something.
Negative.
Alright, so he's gone. Alright, the Ultramarines are coming back.
Yeah, you're doing good.
And then I'm just going to burn his last, I guess, because the attack would take technically another activation point, right?
Right.
Okay, so...
Because they can't run and charge with 1 tactical.
Yeah, no, that would have been 2.
Yeah.
So, okay. You got some tactical points left here and here.
Yes, sir. Okay. I am going to...
It's your chance to kill him.
Yeah.
So you can shoot him with this unit and then try and fight him hand-to-hand with them.
I can shoot again?
Yeah, you can
make 2 shoots?
You can make 2 shooting attacks.
Okay.
So 6 shots. Do you have any buffs, any cards that'll help that?
Mm-mm.
Alright, so that's 1, so he's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to do hand-to-hand with him.
Or you can move him out so that he's alive to shoot. Well, I can't fight you back anyway, so you could do that.
Yeah, I'm just going to do it, because you can't hit me back. Yeah. So he gets 2 attacks.
2? You got 2. That's pretty good.
But I still can't kill you.
You still can't kill me.
Oh, so it wasn't really worth it.
It wasn't worth it. Anyway,
Right.
so I'll let you redo that one. You want to move him back? This way you can just shoot next turn. And you're not in base to base with him?
Sure.
Good. Okay. That's the way to go because his missile launcher is much better at killing
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
And if he's in base-to-base contact, I'll use one of my activations to kill him in combat.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, this is now the 4th.
Turn 4, yeah.
The 4th battle round. So I lost my sergeant, so I'm down to 3. You've got 4, and we're going to roll off for activation. Did I kill your sergeant?
You killed my sergeant.
So we're each at 3. All right, so
I got 2.
1, so it's you going first. Draw a card, baby.
Okay, I did.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to start off with shooting my rocket launcher. I get 5 attacks.
Very good.
Criticals, I get an extra.
You rolled a critical, so you get 1 more shot. 4,
Yep.
Pretty good. I think that'll take him out. He's only got 3, so I needed to make some saves.
But you have 6 saves.
Yeah, we'll see. I could roll terribly. We all know that. If any of you guys been watching the channel for any period of time, case in point, he's dead. So, this only cancels 1. 3's enough to kill me, but he's a special character, so he has a wounded side of the card.
Oh, so now he's wounded. He's not dead.
Wounded.
He's
not
wounded.
Dead. So let's see. You use the button to flood. So, Athan has a special action. If he makes a special action, his input. And I'm going to attempt to make this action while pinned. Okay, so he's going to use his action point to go boop, boop, boop. He hits the buttons on the pad, and all of these vats of hypercoolant start to open. And the underworld starts to get flooded with hypercoolant, and that is a Ultramarines victory.
Are you sure? I thought if I was within certain hexes.
If you're in an adjacent hex, you can contest it, but you're not in an adjacent hex.
That's the first time we've ever won that mission.
It is the first time I've ever won that mission. Shelby and I have played this game about 4 or 5 times now, and this is the very first time that I have actually won this particular mission. So, you know, it's a very exciting time. So out of all the missions, out of all the times we played this mission, this is the first time that I've actually won it. So good game, Shelby. A lot of fun as always. Let's get set up for mission number scenario 3. It's called Knives in the Gloom. This is a Contemptor Dreadnought. A little bit different. He's got a multi-melta and a power fist with the combi bolter. So he's involved in this game. He's a special character named Sor Garax. And there's 5 tactical marines on her side, on Shelby's side with the 17th Legion. And I have 10 tactical marines for the 13th Legion and 5 Terminators for the 13th Legion. There's a hex on the board here where I can bring the Terminators in. And that being said, I'm going to go right into the introduction for the scenario. Far below Calth's surface, the battle lines are drawn. Burning ultramarine corpses and grisly statues of frozen word-bearers now dot the arcology's tunnels. Vox comms are down, and an inky blackness pervades the murk. A near-sentient gloom, summoned by Kurtha Sed's offerings to the dark gods. Combat knives flash in the gloom, each side striving to break the other's line, and the word-bearers have just the tool to do it. A bellowing roar echoed through the dust-strewn tunnels. The sound was not that of a man, but of a mad beast. Roar! We like to have fun, guys. Don't mind us. He's getting closer, said Achilles. That's no he, I'll wager, replied Declus, reawakening a teleport node hidden under the jagged curve of a shattered amphora. That's an it.
Ooh.
Vox silence unless necessary, snapped veteran Sergeant Herxes. Theoretical. If they can engineer this catastrophe and bring a darkness that even autosenses cannot penetrate, like as not, they can pick up on your idle chatter. Practical. We finish placing the locator beacons. Secure the entrance and leave. Aye, Sergeant, said Achilles and Declus. Their voices clicked silent. The bellow came again, shockingly close. This time it was accompanied by a pounding reverberation. Slow at first, but gathering speed. Herxes barked an oath. You two, he said, get to the control panel now. That thing gets past, Athon'll kill us himself. Achilles and Declus split off from the squad, running between the churning machineries of the teleportarium. Herxes motioned to the rest of his squad forward. Stomping through the gloom towards them was a monstrous contemptor dreadnought, the color of dried blood.
Ooh.
5 word-bearers advanced in its lee. The dreadnought's collared head scraped rock from the uneven ceiling. Curling its massive fist, it smashed a cogitator from its path as it bounded forwards. A beam seared from its multi-melta arm to strike Deckless. The battle brother was blasted to nothing more than vaporized blood and scattered limbs. "Bring it down!" shouted Xerxes, readying a crack grenade. Bolter shots boomed. Some hit home despite the mark. Detonations rippled across the giant's torso, leaving starbursts of cracked adamantium, but not slowing it in the least. Even Xerxes' hurled grenade did no more than dent it. Answering salvos shot out, but in the infernal darkness they failed to find their mark. Xerxes stepped back to the access tunnel entrance and prepared to sell his life as dearly as possible. To the Ultramarine's flank, 2 word-bearers charged towards Achelous. Their combat knives flashed in the strobing light of bolter fire. Xerxes shouted a warning, but Achelous' reaction was a split second too late. His attention divided between the teleportarium and the battle. The first word-bearer plunged his blade, dagger-like, into the weak spot under the back of Achelous' helm. Blood spurted like rubies scattered in the darkness. Achelous kicked back hard, taking the traitor's legs as the second moved in to finish the kill. A flash of azure light, and the second word-bearer was hammered back, fist-sized holes punched through him by combi bolter fire. The teleportarium was active, and the Terminators of the 19th Company had arrived to turn the tide. So that's what we're hoping happens, but if Shelby blocks this off, then that's not going to happen. There's also a special rule for this scenario that we often forget to use. It's called Warp Spawn Darkness. So he's not in this battle, but Calth the Sed's off like muttering something somewhere, and as he mutters, the darkness sort of seeps into everything. So what that means is line of sight is reduced to 3 hexes.
Okay.
So you can't shoot over 3 hexes.
3 hexes.
Normally, if you have line of sight,
you can shoot.
Yeah, exactly. So
because it's close quarters.
It's close quarters, right? So if it was something that's 4 hexes away, so shooting from here to here, for instance, you'd be able to shoot it. But in this scenario, you can only shoot from here to here.
3, yeah.
Exactly. So we're gonna go ahead and roll off for initiative, guys. So let's roll off for initiative. We've each got a sergeant, right? So 4 dice each. So before we start, guys, this is the teleportarium control right here. That's where I'm trying to get to bring the Terminators. Shelby's trying to stop me from doing that, and the only way she can get there is by moving out this way.
Yeah, I have a long way to go.
You have a long way to go.
Yeah.
I have kind of a long way to go, too, to get there, so we'll see who gets there first.
And you can jump over the barricade, right?
I can move through it, yeah.
Yeah, you can move through. You just,
I think so.
Get cover for shooting.
You just get cover for shooting, I think so. Well, we'll double check that, guys. So, we're going to roll off for initiative.
Okay, cool. I got
2. I got 1, so you're going first.
Woohoo!
So let's place our activation markers, or little checks.
And the 3 places that Steven can come in are here, here,
and here.
And there.
Yep, that looks like about it, unless you're standing the one back there, but
no.
I don't think so. That's about it. Yep. Alright, so you get to go ahead and make an activation.
Well, I think the only thing I can really do first is move these guys, because I'm kind of cornered. 1, 2...
Alright, so I'm going to activate this squad right here, and they're going to go ahead and make a run move. Alright, you're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna run these guys also.
Cool. Gonna make another run move. Making a break for it. They're out of activations. Alright, so I'm going to move my next unit to, let's see, do I want to hold that barricade? No, I want to move these guys straight out here. So these guys are going to move here, and they are going to just stay there.
Cool. Okay, I think he can run.
Yep, I think he can too.
Cool, cool.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make a shooting attack here, and we're going to fire 3 hexes away.
Got it.
And we're going to use our missile launcher first. So the missile launcher is going to use 5 dice, and if I roll a critical, I get a 6th. I do get a critical, so I get a 6th. So that's going to be 4 hits, and I have a bolter, 2 bolters. We're going to go ahead and see what we can do with the bolters. Alright, so that's going to be 6.
And I get to roll 6.
You get to roll 6.
I can take these 2, right? Or those 2?
Yeah, sure, why not? And then you try to cancel out some of those. So
I got 2.
So 1 guy stays alive, 2 guys die, you get to pick.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to play one of my cards.
Okay.
It's called Dark Pact. Play when a word bearer's model is removed as a casualty before removing the model from the board.
Copy.
Roll a dice. If a blank is rolled, the model is removed from the board. Otherwise, it remains where it is. It cannot be chosen again as the target model during this attack. If it is the only model remaining in the unit, any remaining hits in the damage pool are discarded.
Alright, so you can save 1 guy, basically, and just 1 guy will die instead of 2.
Okay.
So roll anything but a blank on 1d6. Good. So 1 guy stays, and you can just lose your regular bolter guy. Alright, that was pretty good. That attack would have been much more devastating. And that is going to drop them to 0. So you go ahead.
Got it. I'm going to move these guys like that.
Alright, pretty good. These guys are going to move 1, 2.
And I'm going to run...
2.
Calth said again.
That is Sorgarax.
I mean, Sorgarax, that's what I meant.
I know, the names for the word bearers, they're so weird. They're not even Latin, really, except for Lorgar, I guess his last name Aurelian's Latin. So we're going to go with a 1, a 2 with these guys, and they're burned out of points.
Very nice.
And
I think I don't have any more out, so you have to finish.
So these guys are going to go ahead here, here for 1 move, and then they're going to go, let's see, they are going to hold for their last
and burn
move.
their point.
And burn their points. So let's roll off for initiative.
Turn 2.
4 dice each, so...
I got 1.
4. So I got 4. That was pretty
Damn.
good. Best I've been rolling, like, ever. So we each take a card. Did you take a card for last turn? You should have had 3.
Oh, I didn't.
Because you take a card at the beginning of your turn.
I didn't.
Okay. So, now we should have 4.
So should I draw 2 more?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
So we started with 2. You draw 1 every turn.
Got it.
So started with 2 plus 1 for the first turn. It's now second turn. We each draw 1.
Got it.
So, let's see. We've got the Precision Strike. We've got a Melt-A-Bomb. That's all good. So that'll be great if I ever get into contact with him. And let's go ahead and place our checks.
Is this the initiative phase?
This is the initiative phase.
Okay.
Why? Do you have a special rule you can play?
Yeah. So play immediately after rolling the dice in the initiative phase.
Okay.
Before either player activates a unit.
Okay.
Select 1 word bearer's unit that is not pinned. That unit can immediately make an advance, consolidate, or run action without being activated.
Very good. So go ahead and do that right now. That's definitely helpful. And just leave it up to 2 activations. Good. So that's pretty good. He's still got 2 moves. So we're going to do a run. You just can't. You can run through this hex. You just can't land in it.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's how it works. Yeah, it says you can't end up in a hex occupied or next to an enemy.
Yeah.
So they're there and they're losing a tactical point. So you go ahead.
Yeah, I guess I'll shoot you.
I'm going to play this card then. It's Contingency Defenses. We immediately throw together a scrap-made barricade.
Dang.
So you're shooting through a barricade right now. And what that does, I'm going to burn this card. Let's see what the barricade does for shooting. So let's see. So rubble and barricades. Barricades. If a unit's line of sight crosses a barricade, the defense adds 2 dice to their pool. So I'm going to get plus 2 defense dice.
Okay, got it.
So
I have a heavy bolter, so I get 5. And then
I think the heavy bolter does 6.
Oh, it does 6.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the rocket launcher that does 5.
5, yeah.
1.
So you get 6, and it's got the critical effect of losing a tactical point. So
I got 2.
I have to roll defense against that critical point if I don't want it to do that. So roll your
bolter.
roll your plasma pistol.
Plasma pistol.
So the plasma pistol rolls 3 dice.
3.
And if you roll a critical, then you have to roll more.
I do.
So you add 1 more hit. So the critical, let's put these separate. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Now you want to roll another
4.
4 dice, and if you get 2 criticals, you die.
Okay,
No, you don't. So you get these as go-aheads. That's very good.
Cool.
So I've got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, and I've got 8 because of my
the special
barricade.
Cool.
So I'm going to try and get rid of the pinned hit first. I'm going to take 2 dice and try and get a shield to get rid of the pinning. Nope. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just I'm going to roll another 2 dice to get rid of the pinning, and I don't. And the rest of the 4 are just going to go on some regular hits, and I take away 1.
So 5 go through.
So how many hits? How many wounds did you get total?
I got 6.
You got 6. Okay, so 5 wounds go through.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2, 4. So I've just got the sergeant left.
Got it.
And he is pinned, so I do remove that tactical point.
Got it.
So we're just going to go ahead and make an assault with these guys and go down to 1. We're going to use the precision strike, which means that instead of the defending player picking where the strikes land, I get to pick the model, the target model. 0, and I'm also going to use melt a bomb.
Okay.
Which means that the first target model, which I do get to choose, so this lets me choose, and I'm going to choose your plasma pistol.
Got it.
And this lets me count his armor as 0.
Okay.
Because I'm using a melt a bomb in hand-to-hand combat. So I'm burning 2 cards, and it's assault plus 3. So I would normally get 2 for him, but now it's 5 for him. And this is all going against the target model. I got the critical, so he's got 0 armor, and he just dies.
Okay.
And now I have 2 more dice coming from my other guy with the combat blade, trying to fight this last guy. I get 2 hits. It's enough to kill him. You get 2
But I get to try to save him.
Get to try and save him. All you need to roll is 1 shield.
Nope.
But you don't. He's also dead.
Got it.
Alright, so that unit has been wiped out. So melt a bomb and precision strike. There's a reason they give you that card on the first turn, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So I'm happy with that.
That was pretty nice.
It was.
This one, play in the action phase. When it's my turn to activate, pick up 2 word bearers units. Each unit can immediately move to an adjacent unoccupied hex without being activated.
Alright, so go ahead and do it.
So I get to move both these guys. But just to 1 hex, correct?
Oh, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
No, but that's without activation.
Right.
That's cool, though.
Yeah.
You're adding a lot of move.
I'll shoot at you.
Okay, so you have a multi-melta. It's 4 dice.
Okay.
If the target unit is within 6, which I am, I count my target model as 0 when making my first defense roll. So who's your target model?
Your
rocket launcher?
Yeah, rocket launcher.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 4 dice. And you got 1 hit.
So that's not enough to do anything.
No, but leave it there because you have another weapon.
Oh, I see.
This automatically goes through with no armor save.
Okay.
Now you have a combi bolter.
Okay.
So a combi bolter gets 4 shots. And if any of them are criticals, I lose a tactical point. So
I got 3.
You got 3, and I also lose I actually have 5, not 6, because one of yours automatically goes through.
I see.
I got 1 shield. It's not enough, so it just cancels 1. You kill 2 guys, so your target, and I get to pick another model. And he goes down to 1 tactical point because of the critical effect of the combi bolter. So we're going to go ahead and do a consolidate action to join these guys to this unit, and it's your activation.
I'm gonna move these guys like this.
Okay. We're going ahead and we're gonna come down here.
I'll play. Let's shoot at you.
Okay, so 4 shots. Do you have any special shoot sting?
No.
Alright.
2.
2? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with my defense. So you're just choosing 1 model, so I just get to roll 2. 1 goes away, so he's fine. My other shooting attack, my next move is going to be a shooting attack. I'm going to use a special card called Promethean Pipeline. And basically what this card says, it says, behind the arcology's ornate walls are complex, multi-layered infrastructures. Captain Athon knows the position of every crosspiece in pipeline and has highlighted the position of promethium valves for his men. Ooh. Now think of promethium as like a jet fuel almost. It's what they run their cities on.
Yeah.
Those near such junctions can improvise flamer weaponry by wrenching open a valve and igniting
and lighting it on fire.
Oh my God. It's crazy, right? And igniting the volatile liquid that streams out, turning the planet's lifeblood against the foe. So that basically lets me use one heavy flamer
against me instead of your regular
weapon. So this guy's gonna crack open a pipe on the wall, and he's gonna light it on fire, and we're just gonna go ahead and see what happens, guys. So criticals don't do anything.
Ouch.
But that's 5, and now I'm gonna shoot with my bolter as well, and that's another one. So you have 4. So if you get rid of,
I could save a guy.
Save a guy. Yeah, if you get all 4.
None.
None. Okay, so that's the squad gone.
Gone.
Oh man,
it's not looking good.
This is not looking good, but we have to play a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because Sorgarak can really do some stomping.
Oh yeah.
And all you need to do is run the clock down. I think in this game,
yeah.
your victory conditions are just to not lose Sorgaraks.
Okay, I'm shooting at you again.
Very good. So you got a multi-melta.
So that's 4.
That's 4.
Got 2 criticals.
Let's see. The multi-melta, you got 2 criticals.
Those
so that
are
means
pinning.
No, the target unit, the target model, which will be like the first guy with the banner, has 0 defense.
So he just automatically goes.
He just automatically goes, basically.
Right.
Okay.
And then the next weapon gets 4 also, the combi.
The combi bolter gets 4, and it's just like a bolter. Regular bolter. 3. So 3 hits. I do get defense.
You get to save for that one.
Yeah, I gotta try and save. I don't. So he's gone. So yeah, we're both doing quite a bit of damage here.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there's a lot of shoot things that are pretty accurate. All right, now we're gonna roll off for initiative.
I only get 3.
And I get 4 because I still do have a sergeant here.
Nice. I got 3.
3. Reroll. We march from a crag.
1.
3.
Oh,
all right.
Come on.
Worked that time. It's the dice gods. I'm telling you, they are
fickle. Okay, I'm gonna draw a card.
Let's each draw a card. An activation to get in here.
And then the next one to turn
The next one I can turn it on. Right. So you go ahead and look at me. All right. He's coming for us. This doesn't look good, man. Alright, so these guys are going to try and bring in a Terminator.
You have to roll a die.
I have to roll a die. If it's a blank, he gets
you get killed.
Disappeared into the
blank.
Oh! So I was gonna come in with the power sword guy. So the power sword guy is dead.
Dead.
So generally, you have to pick the guy before you roll, so you know who dies. So Shelby's doing her little party dance. She's very happy. One of my Terminators going blap blap. You have to look at his assault.
Assault you.
Good. So the Contemptor Power Fist gives you 1 more dice, and the first target model counts its armor value as 0 when making its defense roll. Alright, so you go ahead, and you get your standard, what is it, 3 or 4?
4.
Plus 1, so you get 5.
Okay. Why do I get plus 1? Because the
Power Fist.
Okay.
Yep.
I only got 1.
1? Well, it counts as 0, so you caused a wound, but there are no wounds in this game.
I can't kill him.
Right. So basically, if they survive, I'm going to make a retreat move. I move back 1 hex. So that's a retreat. And yeah, I guess you have no more activations?
No.
I'm going to do a run move next. Get the heck out of here. Alright, let's roll off for initiative again.
Okay.
4 to 3.
I got 1.
2. So I'm going first. So let's see.
I get to pick a card.
Me too. So if I kill all my own Terminators, you'll win.
There you go. You never know with you.
For. Exactly. I got a crack grenade. That's pretty good. And bring in a Terminator. I'm going to try and bring in the Terminator with the Power Fist, and I'm going to try and bring him in here. So anything but a blank, and he lands. He lands, and he's got activation.
That might be good.
Alright, so you can shoot your weapons.
Alright, so let's do the Combi Bolter.
Combi Bolter is just 4 shots, like a bolter though.
Okay, 1.
Alright, put it to the side, you have another weapon.
Okay. Now 4 again.
For the
but this time
multi-melta.
critical.
Criticals
No
make me
armor.
0. Yeah. So 1 wound automatically goes through.
Right.
So that is just a wound, and I need to try and save some more.
3.
So let's see how I can roll. No, he's dead.
Oh.
So the Terminators are just not able to do anything. They just keep dying.
Damn.
I've only got 3 left. So, and I think I've got to kill you for this mission. And you have to wipe me out, I think.
Yeah, basically.
So, actually, let me figure this out for real. So, victory. If the last Ultramarines model on the board is removed as a casualty, or if Sorgarax makes an advance action while standing in the access tunnel, entrance hex, the game ends and the word bearer's player is victorious.
Okay.
If Sorgarax is removed as a casualty, or if the word bearer's player draws his last command card, the Ultramarines win. So I'm trying to run down the game, basically.
Right.
Without you getting there or wiping me out. So, yeah, go ahead. Use your next activation.
Wasn't that my turn?
That was my activation. That was one of your activations,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's your turn.
So I'm going to go ahead and use a crack grenade on him. It's a shooting attack. It's got shoot 4. So I have to roll hits first.
Oh, okay, got it.
So it's got 4, and it treats your stamina value of whatever part of you I hit as 1.
Okay, got it.
So let me see. I do get a hit, so I could do something if you don't save it. I'm going to pull this one right here. That's his Power Fist arm.
Okay.
It normally has a stamina of 3, but now it has a stamina of 1.
1. Okay.
So, but you do get 4 defense dice.
Oh, okay.
So if you roll even 1 shield, it goes away. And
One
you
shield.
do. You got it. So it goes away, but the crack grenade could have blown up that arm.
Yeah, you could have.
So mix it back in the deck, and you're okay. I burn a activation point. It's on to you. You want to squish them with the Power Fist?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the way to go. He's literally taking out my whole army. He's just killing everything.
Okay.
Alright. He's like, roar, smash, stomp.
Here we go. I get 4.
Let's see, Contemptor. What's his assault?
Yeah, 4.
And then he gets plus 1, so 5. And it counts my armor
I get
as 0.
1.
So it counts my armor as 0.
So, but I need 2 at least to kill you.
I think you would need 2 at least, so it's not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah, you need to get at least 2 hits.
Void.
So I am going to make a action here.
You're going to bring in another Terminator.
Try and bring into another Terminator. I'm going to try and bring in a Power Fist here. And I am going to go ahead and roll, see if I don't... No blank. Good, he's here. And he comes in with some activations. And they're out of activations. So that's the last Terminator for this turn. So you're also out of activations.
Yep.
So this unit's going to make a retreat move. This was also finished. For the duration of this action, line of sight can be traced. So, alright, I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and make a assault action. He's got a Power Fist. So the Power Fist does things and stuff. It doesn't add any dice.
Okay.
But it counts its armor as 0 when making its defense roll.
Got it.
So that's pretty good.
That's cool.
So, but I do need to get enough hits to get rid of the stamina. So let's see, how many assault do I have? I have 3. How many hits do we get? We get 1. So let's see what I can draw. I don't think I can damage anything, but let's just see what would have happened. Okay, so it would have been the multi-melta weapon armor.
Okay.
Your armor of 4 goes down to 0. You do have a stamina of 3 though, and I only caused 1 damage. So you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're fine. And then he's going to try again with his last activation. Try and get a couple more hits this time.
2.
He's got 2.
So you could do something this time.
I could possibly do something this time.
Do you get anything for a critical?
Your armor's 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead with this one. This is automatic Atomantic Power Core. It does have a stamina of 2.
Okay.
The armor value is 3.
Okay.
But it's 0 now because of my special critical hit. So I do this damage. So this damage goes through with no defense roll. So we're going to have subtract 2 from the armor value of each of Sorgarax's target locations. So this is now a burn card. And anytime...
We want to keep it like...
Sure, upside. And from now on it's -2 to your armor, whatever I do.
Got it.
So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So let's roll off for initiative.
Got it.
3 to 4. 2. And I got 1, so you're going first. That's a really good thing in this particular scenario, because you want to squish it.
Yeah, I'm squishing you.
Yeah.
But, okay. After rolling attack dice, roll an additional dice for each hit scored.
Okay, so
I could keep the 2 I rolled.
No, just reroll.
Just
reroll the whole thing. So 5 dice.
5
not
dice.
6. Okay, you scored 1 hit.
Again.
Roll 1 more. You get to roll 1 more dice, but it doesn't really matter because I have 3. Okay, so the gods are happy. Everything's as it was. So that was an activation point. I put my activation points down. Did you take a new card for this turn?
No.
All right, we each got to do that. I got suppressing fire. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and use this unit to try and bring in a Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to try to bring in another Terminator here.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the Heavy Flame or Power Fist. Anything but a blank. He's there.
Nice.
He gets 2 activation points. And it's a very close game because there's only 1 card left to go.
Yeah.
Alright. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is move on to you. You have another activation point. So you're going to try and squash again?
No, I'm going to retreat this way.
And you can still shoot?
Yeah.
Because of your special rule, your Relentless Advance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can only move 1 hex when you're moving out of combat. It's called a retreat.
Oh, I got
It's only
you.
1 hex.
Okay.
But I'm still within shooting range.
And I can see you?
Yes, you're
okay.
fine. So, 4 for the multi-melta.
The multi-melta.
3 hits, that's pretty good. We had to pick the target with him, so you pick him the sergeant.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a 0 defense roll.
Okay.
And then go ahead and shoot for your...
The...
So actually he just dies because there's 2 criticals.
Oh, I see. So
he's just dead. So now you have 1 leftover hit. Now roll 4 dice for your combi bolter.
Got it.
Yeah. And
2.
you've got 2 more, so that's 3 total.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to roll 4 defense dice for my remaining 2 guys. And we're going to stop enough hits to stop it.
Yes.
So that's pretty decent, but that was a smart move on your part. We're going to try and bring in another Terminator, the last guy, and I want him to come in here. And we're going to try to roll anything but a blank. I roll a direct hit, and he's in with 2 tactical points. Alright, so I get to run out the rest of my tactical points now, which is bad.
Yeah.
So he's going to go ahead and go 1, 2, and assault. So let me see. I get 1 hit, and it's not enough to do anything to any of your parts. So he's just going to go ahead and move forward and do the same thing. And he's going to roll his 3 attacks. Power Fist, a 1 hit, not enough to do anything. He's going to try to roll another assault. Not enough to do anything. And he's going to try and roll another assault. Please get
Are you sure there's nothing that you could do with a 1?
There's nothing I can do with a 1.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
2, good. Alright,
Okay.
so let me pull a card. I want to pull this one. So stamina 3, it's not enough.
Okay. What is it? What part?
It was his Power Fist arm.
Cool.
So the special effect I have going on only reduces your armor, not your stamina.
Oh.
So that's that. These guys are going to go ahead and... So I'm going to use Improvised Fire Solution. Pick a single blocked hex.
Okay.
For the duration of this action, line of sight can be traced through the hex.
Nice.
So I'm dropping down to 1. And I'm going to make a shooting action, 4 bolter shots. And that's going to be not enough to do anything. They're going to do an assault. And that's going to be 4 dice. And that's enough to do something. So let's draw a card. Okay, so if all of these go through, I can get rid of your multi-melta arm.
Got it.
You have an armor of 4, but my damage effect subtracts 2 from your armor.
Okay.
So you're going to roll 2 dice.
Nice!
Oh! Pretty good, pretty good.
Nice.
Wow! Wow, these guys just can't get the job done today, so that goes back to you, my fair lady.
Oh.
Now we're going to go 1, 2 for a march move, and I don't know where this was supposed to be, probably
Right
here.
there, yeah.
And now I'm going to do another march move of 1, 2. Get him over here. Alright, let us take our last card, our last remaining card. And we're going to roll off for initiative, and this will be the end of the game.
1.
So I get just 3 as well. My sergeant's gone.
Yeah, your sergeant's gone.
Both of them are gone. So 1, we re-roll.
2.
2.
Damn!
Come on, McCraig. 2. Alright, so Shelby's got to deal with a lot of Ultramarines here, but she's been very lucky. And Sorgarax is really hard to damage. But if anybody can do it, it's these guys here.
Yeah, you got a lot of dudes.
Exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and make a attack with my Power Fist here. I'm going to roll my 3 assault dice. And 1 is not enough. So you go ahead and do an action.
Okay. I'm going to try to squish you guys.
Alright, those 2. So he gets 5.
5.
That's gonna be
2.
2, and the critical for a Power Fist is that you treat my armor as 0.
Okay.
So that's going to give me just 1 roll to try and save him. If I save this 1, I'm good. I don't, he's dead.
Okay.
So you kill 1, and he has to make a retreat move to here.
Good.
Okay, but I still get to activate another unit. So you want to get him into here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna try. That's the plan. So you can march and charge and get back in there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna try and swing with the 3 Power Fist dice. Not enough. So it goes back to you. Your activation.
Yep.
Boom! Roar! And you want to squash?
Yeah.
All right. So you got to kill some of these guys to get in there. You got to kill both of them actually to get in there.
Okay. So
if not, it's a draw.
5.
Yeah.
Right? Or 4?
4. 5.
Plus 1, right?
5, yeah, 5. Whoops, sorry guys, we can't do that.
Whoa, I got 4.
That's enough to kill somebody, but none of them are criticals. So I'm going to get 4 saves, like normal. I get 2 of them. 1 guy's dead, 1 guy remains.
And there's no way I could kill you?
No, I have no place to retreat to, so I get to swing back.
Okay.
It's called a desperate last stand. Okay, so I roll a die, and if I roll a shield, he stays where he is.
Okay.
If not, he's crushed. He's crushed. So that's that, but you're out of points.
Yeah, I don't have any more points.
So I can try and get him, I guess, with what I have left. I'm going to use this guy, and I'm going to use his relentless advance rule.
Okay.
Saying that I can shoot, which I will, but you are behind a barricade,
right,
so you're going to get 2 extra defense dice. So the Heavy Flamer provides, let's see, 6 dice. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if I do anything here. Hits, I've got 2. The criticals won't matter in this case because that hits an adjacent unit, but I go ahead and pick a piece, part of Sorgarax. So let's see, I get his Power Fist arm. It's stamina 3, I can't do anything.
Got it.
And then he's going to use his last one. You can move through your own unit as long as you can get past your guy.
Okay.
So if there was 3 models there, or 2 models, I couldn't.
Right.
But he can, and he's going to assault. So I have 2 Lightning Claws. 2 Lightning Claws is plus 3. And I can, if I roll a critical, I can re-roll up to 4 dice in the attack roll. So I start with 6. I'm hoping for a critical. I don't get a critical, I get 2. So you go ahead and give me the card so I can pick a card. Let's see what's here. Stamina of 3, can't do anything. This guy can assault as well because the Terminator has a bulk of 2, he has a bulk of 1. So he's going to go ahead and roll 2 attack dice. Both hits, so let me draw a card, see if there's anything with 2 left on there. And this is stamina 3, I can't do anything. And
normally it takes a tactical point to consolidate, but I'm going to let you do it.
To consolidate? No, when you're assaulting, you can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so. So that was it. He moved into the occupied hex.
Got it.
So that was it. So, and he's base to base. But maybe you're right. Maybe he couldn't have done that. Well, that's...
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter in this case. So, now we've just finished the last turn. Now we need to look at the victory conditions very closely. I think it is a draw. So, if the last Ultramarines model on the board is removed, or if Sorgarax makes an advance action in here, they win. So they didn't.
Right.
If Sorgarax is removed as a casualty, I didn't do that. Or the Word Bearer's player draws his last command card, which you did. The game ends and the Ultramarines player is victorious. So you
win.
So alright, so the Ultramarines are victorious.
Good game, good
So
game.
yeah, that was a lot of fast talking there, guys. Sorry about that in the last few minutes of the game, but we had a lot of fun.
Alright guys, so that was mission 1 through 3 for
Betrayal of Calth. So that was the Betrayal of Calth board game. We really enjoyed this board game. We've played it a lot by now, and you know, we get kind of competitive with it. It gets a little intense.
It's good.
It's good. It's fun. It's fast, as you guys saw, and you know, we've been filming and moving back and forth between the cameras, so that definitely made it a little bit longer, and the fact that we read all of the fluff made it a little bit longer. But you guys can see...
The fluff makes it, yeah.
Yeah, but the fluff makes it. You gotta do the fluff. So, in any case, that's half the game, so this will be a 2-part video. So there's going to be a second part coming out.
For scenarios 4 through 6.
Yeah, which will be after this.
And let us know what you guys thought of the board game, how you thought of the faster kind of dynamic. Let us know what you think, too, of the books. Maybe we could do book reviews.
Absolutely.
Talk about some of that.
There's going to be a video either coming out before or shortly after this video, which you guys can check out, in which I go over all of the titles of the different books that we have here, and you guys can certainly pick a book, put it down in the comments, and we'll do a quick review of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, alright guys, I'm Steven.
And I'm Shelby.
We are the Armchair Emperor.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Remember to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and our Patreon. And give us thumbs up if you like this video.
And it's Armchair Emperor on everything. The Armchair Emperor.
And links in the description.
Absolutely.